And the dependent variable, which needs to be observed natural phenomenon, is torsion bar. I'm sorry, sir, but where do we observe torsion bars in nature?
No, the dependent variable is the perturbation or delta in the oscillation of the torsion wire.
Okay, where do we observe perturbation or oscillation in torsion wires in nature?
It doesn't have to be in nature, but you can actually see it. You can actually see it on any wire. You know that it takes a force to turn a wire, a torsion force.
So we're not doing natural science.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, totally not natural because all of this is super fucking natural. Yeah, got you. Wicked argument.
It starts with observation in nature. That's what natural observation.
Yeah, shit's falling, dipshit.
Okay, so things falling would be your observation.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Do you want to know the assumed truth? The hypothesis? Is that what you want next?
I'd like to actually finish asking a question, Stingray, without you trying to.
Oh, is this because you answer all the questions that are asked of you? Can I ask a question of you, Nathan?
So things
is that
fall.
possible?
Listen how triggered he gets, Katie, because now we're going. I thought you'd like to go through the scientific method, Stingray.
Nathan?
Are you scared of the scientific method?
Can you answer a question, Nathan? Just one. One in your life, outside of your script. Do you think that's possible? I'm really interested.
Can I finish on the Cavendish before we wrap this up?
I'm really interested in the flat Earth, Nathan.
I know I have loads of information. I'm a really smart flat earther. You want to deflect and change the topic. Can I finish?
I absolutely do, Nathan. Let's just bow down to your superior knowledge here, but I have got questions if we can go over it. I want the best explanation for the observed phenomenon that the sun rises south of east, south of the Tropic of Capricorn, and sets south of west, south of the Tropic of Capricorn, and comes north during solar noon. What would be the amazing explanation? That's the observed explanation, right? That's the observed phenomenon, right? So what's the independent variable whereby you reach the conclusion the Earth is fucking flat?
Katie, see how he didn't want to talk about Cavendish anymore, but I just want to detail what happened.
How you divert to Katie and don't want to address
tell me a story,
Nathan. You guys are a waste of time. I'm not here for you guys. I was talking to Katie.
Oh, it gets hot and you bail, huh? It gets hot.
Katie, did you see how I tried to walk you through
Nathan, let's
you guys don't let anybody finish.
I know, right?
Let's do this, Nathan. Let's say if you believe, you absolutely believe in flat Earth, correct? Yes, 100%.
No, definitely not. I know the Earth is flat.
That's what I said.
Religious cultists. Believe in
okay,
shit.
brilliant. So you're 100% space wizard, fucking pancake worshipper. Got ya. Now, what evidence do you have that the Earth is flat directly? Did you take any measurements with units and values?
Yeah, of course. So real quick, just want to.
What were those units and values?
Real quick, crybaby Stingray.
What were those units and values, Nathan?
I'll give them to you. Just chill the fuck out, you crybaby donut. Okay.
Okay. Flat pancake worshipper. Go on. What units? Units and values. Units and values.
Chill out, you stuttering, stammering donut.
Oh, calm down, Nathan. Don't get triggered with your pancake.
You're the one stuttering
pancake religion.
Repeating yourself over and over again.
So units and values, Nathan. Go ahead.
So natural science fundamentally starts.
Oh yeah, well done. Yeah. Are these your units and values? Letters and words are your units and values. Wicked, Nathan.
You're allergic to words?
No, I want measurements, units and values. What units did you use? What values did you get on your measurements, and what were you doing?
No problem. On a globe religion, do you know how far the horizon would be for a 1 or 6 foot observer, Stingray?
Are we going to your script? No, I'm wanting a measurement of flat Earth. Nothing to do with the globe. Don't give a shit about the globe. Throw it out. Gravity, my Cavendish, everything. Just fucking gone. Now, give me one observation. Well, it's an observation which is a prediction or a measurement. Let's use science here that would verify the Earth is fucking flat. And what units and values did you get?
You just snatched your own wig off and proved you're scientifically illiterate because
I'll tell you what, stop narrating some makeshift fucking victory. Let's just stop narrating a makeshift victory that you have to do every time you have a conversation, Nathan.
Let me know when you're done crying.
Let's just see what units and values did you do and where did you do it? What instruments did you use and what was your error tolerance? Go. Tell me.
No problem. Do you know how far the horizon should be if we live on the globe?
Holy shit. Just tell me what instrument you use then. Just tell me.
Oh,
measuring instrument.
So you don't
just
want to answer any questions?
The name of a measuring instrument.
You're frothing, Nathan. You're frothing.
Name of a measuring instrument, Nathan. Go on.
Katie was interrupted every time she tried to
Holy
speak.
shit in hell.
And now I'm being interrupted every
Name
time I'm trying to
a
speak.
measuring instrument, Nathan.
You guys are fucking losing it, bro.
You're waffling.
Name a
And I
measuring
was
instrument.
debunking your
Go
Cavendish, and you guys wouldn't let me
Holy
finish.
shit, Nathan.
This
Go
guy
on,
went
narrate
to the
story.
sun, and now
Narrate
he's
the
waffling
fucking
on about
story,
me
Nathan.
proving the flat Earth. He's fucking melting. Okay? So I haven't even finished debunking Cavendish. You said things fall. That's your
No,
naturally
well,
occurring
fuck it.
phenomenon.
We'll throw it out. Let's go to the flat Earth now. Cavendish bullshit, gravity bullshit. Right. What instrument did you use for your measurements out of interest?
So Cavendish is bullshit and gravity is bullshit, Stingray.
So what instrument did you use for your made up fucking space fucking wizard flat pancake religion delusion? What instrument did you use to measure it?
You can see the Earth is flat with your eyes. You don't even need a measurement.
Oh, eyes.
eyeballs.
Wicked. Thanks for playing, Nathan.
Your eyeballs, is that what we're working with?
Yeah, you can
Fucking
see
hell.
Chicago from the
That's
other
what
side
everybody
of
does when
Lake
they're laying
Michigan.
out a kitchen or designing a fucking
Look at these guys.
skyscraper. It's just eyeballs. I'm going to use my eyeballs to do this. Well
No,
done.
they actually assume the Earth is flat when doing plane surveying for 100 square miles. I have that. I'll put it on.
Do
screen
they
for you
use
guys.
instruments, Nathan?
I'll
or do
mute.
they
This is
use their
one-on-one, Nathan. I'll
eyeballs?
mute. This is one-on-one, Nathan. I'll mute up.
Do they use eyeballs to do that, Nathan? Is that a good thing to use?
No, but they assume the Earth is flat when measuring.
That's brilliant. I love assumption. It's fucking brilliant. Very
Can't even
scientific.
read a
Love it,
citation.
love it, love it. But do they
Look at
use
this guy.
instruments?
Katie, what is he doing?
Like,
Does he
I mean,
think
like,
I'm trying to demonstrate that you've never measured anything in your fucking life in a scientific way, Nathan. All you've got is
okay.
rhetoric and stories and feelings and, wait for it, narrating your own victory, which is, it's low, dude. It really is.
Are you done?
Oh, if you give me the instrument that you use, we can move on.
So you're not done?
Well, I'm still waiting for an answer. I've been asking it like 20 times. Fucking hell.
Oh, I know. You keep repeating yourself. I haven't had a chance to speak. You keep interrupting
Okay,
me. so-
sorry, Nathan. I absolutely apologize. Instrument, units, and values, please.
No problem. When they build bridges, railroads, and canals,
Holy
you
shit.
just mentioned, they do plane surveying, which is a method of measuring
Do you know what I mean?
areas.
Stories and hearsay. You've
can't
done
say
nothing,
anything.
Nathan. You're worthless.
You're just melting. Stingray's just melting. You've just literally crumbled.
And now you go
onto the fly.
narrating again. Wicked.
Yeah.
You should be a novelist. It's wicked. I like it. You've got a lot of drama. I like that. Come back when you've actually done something, Nathan.
I've been on National Geographic testing the
Oh,
Earth's
yeah. Tell us
surface.
how the Facebook group. Don't forget that. Facebook group. Go on.
Can I finish telling you about National Geographic without being interrupted?
Only if
though,
it ends with the biggest Facebook group. Go on.
Well, I wasn't going to mention the Facebook group because I tested the Earth for almost 10 years. I used land surveying equipment, telescopes, high-powered zoom cameras. I went to Lake Pontchartrain, which we actually caught you lying about and photoshopping. I got that video on my backup channel, at Enoch of TikTok, if anyone wants to watch Stingray fucking melting and lying to his audience and using Photoshop to manipulate pictures. That was fun.
That is so fucking hilarious. I was on live explaining. You were criticizing the wrong fucking video, which is much like a flat earther, which is awesome. But B, you did actually make me do one thing different now. I use, and it did break my machine a little bit every time I press play, but I now don't use an image that I got online. I downloaded the raw video. This is thanks to you. So I want to say thank you, Nathan, because you made that demonstration a lot better. I now use the video that was shot directly from the camera in the scene to show how batshit crazy flat Earth is compared to the reality that was shot through that camera. And I want to thank you for that, because I wouldn't have done it if you and Angels hadn't have kicked up such a fuss about your incredulity of crop factors on a fucking camera.
so, but yet you used an image from a video. So what are you saying, Stingray?
No, I now use the video, Katie. I actually use the video. I'll show you.
Which is
It'll
the
break my machine, but I'll show you. Wait a minute. Give me a sec. Let's have a look at this. So, I mean, if either of you, Katie or Nathan, can come up with a decent explanation for this, I would be very, very interested. And be aware that I actually want a flat Earth explanation, right? That's what I want, a flat Earth explanation. Here we go. just move this so it's right. So the flat Earth explanation. I'm sure there is one, right? I'm sure there is one. I'm just missing it. That's the issue. So this is the thing that Nathan has a problem with. Like Pontchartrain. Here we go. And like I say, again, Nathan, I actually genuinely do mean this. Thank
How
you.
long is this going to take?
Thank you. Here we go.
I've been to this lake with a telescope.
This now is a video. It's a video. And it's the video from the camera because you can see the cars moving on the
How long is this going to take, Stingray?
About 2.5 minutes.
Okay, because I have a 30-mile video where you can see the Rogers Center from the other side of Lake Ontario. So you've been debunked, Stingray. Thanks for playing.
We'll check it out.
Are you narrating again, Nathan? Is that what you're doing?
This is 30 miles. You're showing what, 23 miles? I got a time lapse of me driving.
Actually, I'm not showing. I'm actually showing a little bit more, but on the lake you can only see 16.5 miles of it.
Okay,
approximately.
so you want to see a 23-mile laser test from 3-foot observer height? I'll show you that too.
Lasers are ultimate
Nathan,
measuring
can you
devices.
compress
What
cars
units
on a
do they
fuck-
use,
can you
Nathan?
compress
So
cars?
anyway, thank
Everyone
you for
talk
the
at the same
interruption.
time, please.
But here we go. So
I'll
we
go
see
on mute,
Lake
Nathan. This is
Pontchartrain.
one-on-one, Nathan. I'm Cope Madness, the triggered Glover, Nathan.
Pope man. Anyway, no, don't fall for it, Pope. He does this. Don't fall for it, Nathan. I've got a
Already
question.
falling for it.
So
we're
I've got a
talking
question,
Stingray.
Nathan. So if these are 1 mile apart, approximately, they range from about 0.8 to 1.2-ish, but we can just say on average they're about 1 mile apart. Does this look curved to you from this camera, yes or no?
Refraction can magnify things. It can cause foreshortening in the perspective. This is not curvature because you can see clear across this lake on a clear day. What you did was you went during summer on a hot day.
This is Jesse Kavassi.
Yeah, you didn't do anything. Like you said earlier, I like doing things I can prove, yet you bring up pictures you haven't taken
Oh,
yourself.
no, I can show you all the stuff that I've done if you want.
Oh,
So
okay.
here's the interesting thing. These
All right, well, I'll pull up the 23-mile laser testing, right?
These are 15. Let's just deal with this, right? Let's critically evaluate this evidence. So these are 15-foot pedestals above a water surface. I know the camera, I know the field of view, I know the approximate angle that they're at. Now, it might be off, give or take, let's say, you know, where I'm putting the camera for my geometric representation might be off by a factor, by about 20, 30, 50 feet. But that's it. I could be left, right, 50 feet. But on the elevation, it's pretty solid. Now, when I do a flat Earth prediction of what this would look like, that's what I get. Because there's no curvature. There's just none. There's not meant to be any curvature.
You forgot the air, Stingray.
Okay, brilliant. I forgot the air. Got you. I 100% totally forgot the air.
In your little video game.
Totally forgot the air.
You understand
So
we live in a
the
medium of air.
air-
Also,
okay.
did you include evaporation?
Let me know when you're done. Let me know when you're done, Nathan. Or if you want to know.
I got questions, right? Because there's evaporation taking place off the surface of the water. We live in a medium of air. This orthographic Super Mario video game projection that hijacks perspective, gives us an orthographic view of reality, is not where we live. That's not reality. So you're hijacking reality.
So you're saying, let me just get this
I
straight.
thought you were going to let me finish.
Okay, go on then.
I
You're
know,
going
you've
off
been walking
loads
for
of
3 minutes,
points
bro.
though, Nathan.
Now we're looking at a
I don't
computer of a
think
flat
you
Earth.
know.
You don't have an atmosphere. You
So
don't
here
have
we go.
evaporation. You don't have
Okay, well,
any
we'll just
sort of
wait.
distortion from the atmosphere. So here I have a 23-mile laser test, 3-foot
All right,
observer.
wait a minute. Let me before you go off on one. Let's
Before you go
concentrate on what
claiming
you
that
said,
200
Nathan.
feet of curvature,
Let's
you're gonna have to
concentrate
explain-
on what you just said, Nathan. I want to deal with some of the claims that you made. So the reason, and I just want to make sure I get your position. So reason number one is you think convergence happens in an orthographic camera. I'm going to leave that one with you to research yourself.
We don't have an orthographic view of reality.
Wait a minute, Nathan.
We don't view reality orthographically. That's a video
Very good,
game.
Nathan. So you think the convergence that's happening here on this bridge with a field of view is because of a orthographic camera? I think you should research that a little bit.
no,
This
you
is a
forgot a medium
perspective
of air.
camera,
What,
you
mean
dumb
it's just
shit.
flat like it
So
does?
anyway, so looking
forgot
through
air,
this
bro.
perspective, looking through this. All right, so this is perspective camera. You're correct. I haven't got the air. Brilliant. So without the air, this is what we would expect to see. Now, on a globe without air, this is what we'd expect to see, and this is the fucking reality. So,
Actually, no, it's not.
can I
Stingray, 'cause
actually,
pulled up
wait a minute, let me
video-
just finish. I want to ask this question. Let me get this question out. So if without air in the atmosphere and magic, whatever the fuck you want to insert,
Without air?
if purely
Gonna
the
remove that,
geometry, if purely the geometry matches it. Now your absolute argument has to be that we're actually, this is the reality, but because of the air, it makes it look like this, which coincidentally coincides with the curvature of the Earth, which matches the video. So the flat Earth, the reality is this, 100%. And
no, you forgot air.
The air
Pointing at reality with no air.
Because I pulled up videos myself, Stingray.
Calm down, don't get triggered.
I'm not
Pancake
triggered.
You're lying.
You're lying.
Don't
You're
get
lying.
triggered, pancake worshippers.
You're lying.
So,
Dude, I'm
Yeah,
showing you
is
you're lying.
Super
what is
Mario
wrong about
video
this
game.
statement? Correct me. So
Right
this
right
is-
here. Yes,
this is
that's
not
exactly
reality.
what you see,
Little
Stingray.
Calm down.
That's exactly
Don't-
what
don't
the
shout.
fuck you see.
People,
Hey,
don't
hey,
get triggered. Don't
Yeah.
get triggered.
Yo.
So I'm trying to see if this is the claim. Correct me if I'm
Waffle
wrong.
and Stingray
We've
and
got
your
a flat
crunchy.
Earth. We've got a flat Earth geometric prediction that doesn't have atmosphere.
Yeah, you
Now-
forgot the air.
Yeah. Now, when
And
we
evaporation.
add air, wait a minute, nearly done. When we add air, you expect it to turn into this, which coincides with the curvature of the Earth, which then matches reality.
No, that's not
no.
what happens.
Okay.
Stingray, what I'm
Pictures.
showing you
Oh,
is that
I'm not following
flat
you there. Can
fucking
you
bridge,
explain?
right? So that is what you fucking see. All you have to do is pull up videos yourself that aren't fucking altered, and it is. It's no fucking art.
So you're saying this. All right. So now the
Yes,
claim
look,
is not.
it looks exactly like what you predicted on a flat fucking Earth. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So okay, cool. So the way that you figure out how much you're looking at on that causeway, right, is you count the power relay junctions because you can estimate them at being a mile apart. Now, if I look at this one here, that's about a mile and it doesn't look flat. Now, if I look at 16 of them, it looks as it should do if you're on planet Earth. How many power junction relays can you see in that image, Katie?
Those aren't a mile apart, first of all, in your picture.
Yeah, they are.
Number one.
They
But
are.
here, yeah, I see a lot already right here in the foreground.
How many?
Those things right there, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 10, 11, right? Just right there, Stingray. Just
Wait,
right there.
what?
That's a different bridge, Katie. But here, I have the same lake.
All right,
Thompson
okay. Go on,
Lake.
Nathan. Go on then, Nathan.
This is Lake Poncha. No problem. Can I get the big screen? All right, that works. So you can see on a hot day, there's clearly more refraction. The light is bending towards the denser medium. Evaporation is causing
your
distortion.
screen's black. Your
Lake
screen's black.
Causeway.
Your
No,
screen's
no, I can
black.
see it. No, I can see it, Pope. I can see
Weird.
it.
I got black screen for some reason.
Just swipe out the app and come back, Pope. It is visible to people in the chat and me, I think.
So here's what's going on is you're going to have to pretend that the horizon is physical and geometric based on what you're showing in your little Super Mario video games without air. And the horizon isn't physical. It's not geometric. It's clearly affected by the atmosphere. It goes up and down throughout the day. It changes throughout the day. You guys claim that the horizon is the Earth curvature, but it's not. Earth curvature can't be changing hour to hour and day to day. So it's not physical. It's not geometric. And you, with your little video games that forget the air, is just basically lying. So you can't point at a flat Earth video game and say, reality, this is your flat Earth reality, when you're hijacking the medium of air and claiming it just doesn't exist. That's
Nate, this is-
disingenuous at best.
This is Lake Pontchartrain. I double checked. I actually turned the volume on in the video. I didn't have it wrong. So this is absolutely it.
So my question, Katie, is how many of these power junction relays that are a mile apart can you see in that?
They're not a mile apart, number one. Look at that. So you're saying that those arcs where the bridge comes up,
Yeah,
that
he
that's a
zooms
mile
in.
apart? Look at
So
reference. They're not a mile apart.
These here, if you read the construction documents, they're in between 0.8 and 1.2 miles on average, right? They're never closer than like half a mile. They're never further apart than 2 miles. There might be one that might be further apart than 2 miles. But on average, they're 1 mile apart. You are looking at 16 and a half miles here. On yours, you're looking at barely a mile before it goes out of view because
There's
of the
your-
field. Wait a minute, please let me finish. Because of the field of view. We work out the perspective field of view, or what's called the view frustrum, from working out the sensor size and field of view. This is 3.5 meter focal length, which relates to less than 1 degree of a field of view. You're looking at something like 45-degree field of view, where you would only see very close up here. Now, if I were to do that, Katie, if I were to come back down here and let's have a look at this bridge this causeway. If I were to get close to it with this camera, right, it does look flat. It absolutely. because I'm only viewing a small proportion of it. So let's get over here.
Yeah, but Stingray,
Right, here we
those
go.
things are not a mile apart, and that's evident by looking at the things like in comparison around them. They're not a mile apart, period.
Katie,
Okay.
they are a mile apart.
They are a mile apart. Dazzle's gone over this and measured
Across
them
it.
personally.
Yeah, he zoomed in with the telescope from 17 stories high.
So that's what those things are then.
No, that's not.
Yep.
You're looking at the other side of the bridge.
It's Lake Pontchartrain, the north end.
Katie, just take a second and go figure it out. You're not counting the right
Whatever,
shit.
just don't listen to me because I just don't know anything, right, guys?
You're just
we're not
mistaken,
saying
that's
that.
all.
We're not saying that, Katie. We're just saying that it might be Lake Pontchartrain, but these are actually a mile apart. And you're looking at the other side, and these power junction relays and gantries are at the, I'm going to say, west side.
All right, that's cool. Well, I see your 23-mile observation. I raise you 163 miles to the Canigou Mountains, which I have on screen. This is a silhouette. So the sun is behind the mountains. The top of the mountain is 9,000 feet tall. Should be 12,830 feet of curvature, making these mountains obstructed by 3,000 feet of curvature. And you can see pretty much the entire mountain. So let's do the Stingray thing. Here you go. That your globe has been thoroughly debunked. Thanks for playing.
And what's the data there, Nathan? Go for it.
No problem. Eye height, 1,000 feet. Target distance, approximately 175 miles. Should be 12,380 feet of curve. So you go back to the picture. This happens twice a year.
Why not all the time?
Because the sun moves throughout the year between the tropics, between the Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn. It's called northern and southern.
Wait a minute. And the tropics of, wait a minute, these tropics of Capricorn, what are they? And Tropic of Cancer that they move between?
They're imaginary lines on the ground based on where the sun moves.
Can we go to them? Are they somewhere that we can reference? Or they're just imaginary that you're pulling up on this?
Well, yeah, you can go directly underneath the sun at its northernmost point. You can go directly underneath the sun at its southernmost point, which brings me back to your question because you were jumping all over the place earlier. You were talking about the sun coming south of the Tropic of Capricorn. You know,
absolutely. I got you.
You know, in the globe religion, the sun stays in between the tropics, right?
As it should on the flat pancake religion as well, right?
So when you ask questions like, why does the sun come south of Capricorn? You understand that has to be apparent on both models because the sun on your model doesn't go south of Capricorn.
It has to be explainable on both models, correct? Yes. So let's have a look at that, shall we? And let's see if we can agree to something, Nathan, and have a cordial conversation because I genuinely have questions about this. So if we have a flat Earth and on, let's say, December 22nd, the sun is on the Tropic of Capricorn, the problem that we've got here is at solar noon on the 23rd or 22nd of December, the Australia here has, on this day, 13 and a bit hours of daylight. So if we go back to sunrise on a flat Earth where you're looking south of California, for example, then sunrise for Australia should be in that direction. Now, I'm not saying the globe is correct here. I'm actually just questioning the flat Earth, right? That's it. What would be your explanation for people in Brisbane seeing it in this direction, which is south of the Tropic of Capricorn, when, oddly enough, they see it come north, they see it rise south, then come north of them, then set south again? What would be the flat Earth rationale for that?
Mutual grid of view. So the sun and moon are projections. If you look at Angel, he's got a picture of a skydiver, and the moon is huge behind the skydiver. But if the skydiver turned around and took a picture of the moon, it wouldn't take up 25 or 50% of the sky. It would move. It's like the Phantom of the Opera. I was just reading a book called Foucault Pendulum. It talked about how Galileo didn't understand the immaterial nature of the sun and the moon. But here, it talks about how this is a projection. This is how we see our little azimuthal grid of view. So as the sun moves around the observer, it's above your head, which is something you haven't figured out with the sundial, but it appears on the floor, right? Because it's really
I got this. Love it. Love it. So what's the mechanism? What's the mechanism?
If you're standing on the floor, right, and your little Stingray 6 feet tall in a giant flat Earth, where you have to move 60 miles just to get one of these lights in the sky to change 1 degree. Well, as you look at the sun coming from the east, you're going to see it appear from the ground. Now, if you look at your little computer video games that hijack atmosphere, in the middle of the night, Stingray, relax, bro. Don't lose it here. You got to learn about Jesus too, not just flat Earth before you croak. So check this out.
No.
Yeah, he's going to save you, Stingray.
He really fucking isn't.
He already did. So
he really fucking didn't.
It's already done.
Okay. Stating something makes it totally true, Nathan. Go for it.
All right, so let me finish, right? But your little model where you have the sundial not working, Stingray.
Wait a minute. You mean my cartoon video game, yeah? That model.
Thank you for correcting me. Not your model.
Yeah, and this isn't a cartoon. This isn't make-believe, and this isn't cell shaded.
I'm just showing a diagram.
Oh, so am I when I use mine, but it's fine for you to use made-up, cell-shaded line art bullshit that looks like a child drew it, but it's not okay for me to use rasterized 3D graphics? That's a bit weird. Okay, so let's have a look at this, shall we, Nathan? I didn't
finish, bro. I didn't finish.
I also love
Stingray, one last point. Can I get 10 seconds?
Yeah, go for it.
When you display the sundial on a flat Earth, there's a shadow in the middle of the night. So the sun never sets on your diagram of how you're explaining the flat Earth. So I just want you to know that's disingenuous because on a flat Earth, the sun sets. You can't have a shadow on your sundial in the middle of the night.
Okay, cool.
Look, hold on a second. Nathan, your screen is black to me, so I don't know.
No, it isn't, Pope. It isn't black.
No, listen, I can't tell when you need the big box or not, so try to communicate that with me between the two of you, please, and I will do it.
Black big screen lives matter.
But anyway, yeah, can I have the big screen, Pope? Because I want to have a look at this. I mean, this is fantastic. It's done by Walter Bislin, who I've spoken to personally, who did it as a piss take. And it's really sad that a piss take that is actually driven from globe heliocentric gravity data and the orbits that then goes through 3 coordinate transforms and using nothing but mathematics to produce this as a piss take to flat earthers to show them how ridiculous light would have to act is the thing that gets adopted by flat earthers. But there's a few things that this doesn't explain, admittedly so from Walter Bislin. And that's the angular size of the sun not changing. And that's also the fact that if we look here, on any given day, the sun is high in the sky, it is not actually getting to the observer, but then wait for it. Because it's coming over the arc of a fucking Earth that it's driven by, suddenly it comes over the horizon and boom! There we go. Wait for it. Boom! It starts transmitting. How cool is that? So, yeah, there's a few things that this doesn't explain, Nathan, but if you were to say and adopt that this is what you believe your pancake pizza worshipping delusion to be, if this is what you claim, you also have to claim the following. It looks exactly like it would without all of these complications and just being a fucking sphere. Because that's what this says.
Well, even Einstein admits you can explain the celestial movements kinematically with its kinematic equivalence. It just depends on the math and the framework with which you're viewing the sky. Also, when you guys say silly things like the sun doesn't change angular size, and then I have on my screen the sun changing angular size with the solar filter, it shrinks 20 to 40%. And it's going to get worse from here because we're going to start measuring it more and more. But we've got 20 to 40%, even on the Glober videos, like Helping Flat Earthers, Gotta Light a Fleur, anyone who's taking a solar filter video saying it doesn't change, when you actually measure it and count the pixels, it is changing size. You can see it here on my screen. On top of that, I can show you a video with it changing size and having a local light illumination, which if the sun is bigger than the Earth, it could not produce a local light illumination because these sun rays would be coming in parallel and the sun is 1,000 times bigger than the Earth. My proof of this is NASA footage. When you watch NASA footage, you do not see the sun have a local light illumination. The light from the sun eclipses the entire horizon. But yeah, you can see actually here, if I line up this bar with the marine horizon right here, and you fast forward, it actually starts to set and fade away above this bar. So it disappears well above this bar. It's not disappearing due to Earth rolling backwards 1,000 miles an hour. for you to give the illusion of a sunset. So thanks for playing, bro.
Okay, so yeah, I mean that's really interesting. I love it. I think it's fantastic. I would like to know the definition of a solar filter and how we record a sunset, though, because the thing about a solar filter, and let me just show you this. This here on the end of this is actually a solar filter. I can actually flip it off as well. There you go. That's a solar filter. Notice I can't see through the fucking thing. Now, when using a actual solar filter, you don't get massive flare, you get crisp lines on the edge of whatever this glowing ball is that we've yet to understand. No one can ever go there, no idea what it is, it's magical. But the problem that we've got is it seems to be a circle, it seems to go down, and I can't see a fucking reflection. That's a bit weird. In fact, there's a funny property of a sunset that I want you to look into, Nathan. If you're on a clear day and you have a solar filter and you can see the edge of the sun, that's not a fuzzy mess, that's the fucking edge of it, then why isn't there a lovely reflection of the sun? Because there is a surface that would predict that when a sunset happens like this, you won't see a reflection. The reflection will actually go well before the sunset. And there is a shape of the water that would predict this. Would you like to know what that predictive shape is? It's a fucking curving ocean, Nathan. But anyway, I've got a question, Nathan. And
Wait,
you could
I got to respond to that.
Okay,
Give me 10
go for it.
seconds. You got to trust the science here, Stingray, because the science is the same as that of a lens. So remember, atmospheric lensing and light bends downward. So if you have a sun that's thousands of miles away, pretty much near the vanishing point or the horizon, and the light from the sun is being bent downward, it might not have a reflection on the surface of the water. That's a good argument. I've actually never heard a glober in 10 years of debating talk about why when it sets, it doesn't have a reflection. But if you're going to talk about reflections, Stingray, you're screwed because specular reflections work on smooth, flat surfaces. And that's what we see on lakes that are at rest is the incident angle meets the reflected angle. And that's the only way to get a mirror image. If you go to the circus, I know you work there, Stingray, so check it out. There's a house of mirrors. And anytime it's curved, there's going to be distortion in the image. It's curved. It will distort the image, my dude.
Yeah, I mean, the issue about working at the surface is they told me about fucking materials, right? 3D graphics materials and real life materials and being able to work out, reflectivity, index of refraction, scatter and absorption coefficients and all of these things. And when you said specular reflections only happen on a flat surface, that's fucking batshit crazy. Specularity has nothing to do with the surface itself. This is a specular highlight. Guess what it's on, Nathan? It's on
a ball.
Wait for it.
A ball.
Wait for it. It is.
A specular highlight is not a ball, bro.
It's on a ball. Specular highlight. There we go. Look at it. Look at it. It's on a ball. Look at that. Look at that. How lovely is that? It doesn't go over land, right? It doesn't go over land because the material's set up properly, so I can hide it. But I can show it over water. I can hide it. You show it over water. It's lovely. Specular reflection. But anyway, Nathan, I've got a question.
Hold on.
I've got a question. Can we
reflection.
invalidate this? Do you think, here's an honest question for you. Do you think using a magic spaceball religion in a vacuum, do you think using this with all the devil stuff that's in it, like the size of it, the angle of it, the distance to it, do you think this will be able to predict your reality outside in any kind of sun observation? Do you think that would be possible, yes or no?
Most certainly. They reverse engineered the heliocentric model based off the sky because back in the day, that's all they had to work with. They didn't have infrared and telescopes and high power.
Awesome. So let me...
Can I finish, Stingray?
Yeah, sorry, go for it.
They didn't have all the technology. Like, it's easier to prove the Earth is flat or a globe now in 2024 than it was 2,000 years ago. I don't know why Globers are still using arguments from like sticks and shadows 2,000 years ago. But on top of that, Stingray, here is a specular reflection on a smooth, flat surface. There's no specular highlights on this. So your ball that reflects light, that is curved, has a specular highlight. It's not analogous to large bodies of water, which are perfect mirror images. And you're about to debug your model once more because here we have a ball reflecting light. This is a specular highlight. It says right here, any three-dimensional object, like your moon, unless totally bathed in light from multiple sources, has a shaded side and a specular highlight. So if it doesn't have a specular highlight and a shaded side, it has to either be bathed in light from multiple sources or it is its own light source.
Can you tell me what surface diffusion is?
Thanks for playing. Yeah, of course. If it's distorted on the surface and the incident angle doesn't meet the reflected angle, the image will be diffused. It won't be specular.
So is the moon a diffusion surface with high roughness, or is it what you would call a smooth surface with high reflectivity and specularity? Which do you think it is?
Okay, well, hear me out, Stingray, because you've got an issue there, right? If it's not reflective, if it's not reflective and it's opaque, which is why you don't have a specular highlight, then the sunlight reflecting off the moon would not illuminate the entire freaking Earth, so you could walk around like it's almost daytime outside during a full moon. Like, it is so bright during a full moon. If you're going to claim that that's absorbing all the light and all the energy, like a rock, like an opaque surface, like clay, well, then you wouldn't get the reflectiveness that you need for the luminosity on the moon, because the moon is super bright, my dude. It's
I get it. So I've got a question, because you did say something there, and I've heard you say it a lot of times, and I want to dig down into it a little bit. You say the globe is reverse engineered from the flat Earth. Is that what you said?
That's not me, bro. That's Chat GPT. You got to check out Seven Club's video of him talking to Chat GPT. They admit.
Sorry. Do you believe that? Yes or no?
Well, they had to reverse engineer it. It was flat for thousands.
Okay, brilliant. So that's what you know or believe. Got you. So my question would be: so every single observation that can be made on a sphere with no special pleading matches reality because it's reverse engineered from a flat Earth that doesn't match reality. But because of the azimuthal grid of vision, atmospherics and lensing and the point perspective, and you fucking name it, all of these things, it looks like it should be a globe, but it's not. It is actually flat, but all these things make it look like it's a globe. I'm with you on that so far, Nathan. I've just got a bit of a question and a query. Why do you need so many fucking word salad bullshit made up things that you can't demonstrate, and I just need it to be a sphere? And under what fucking physical reality do you think you could reverse engineer an elephant and find a fucking chicken?
All right, Stingray, you're saying it looks like it's a globe everywhere we look. That's not the case. If that were the case, we wouldn't have 209,000 flat earthers on the Flat Earth Sun Moon Zodiac Clock app. My referral code is NEO. And
God.
You download the app. Neo, like in the Matrix, Stingray. You've seen the Matrix, right?
Oh my God, that's
right. But also, you said atmospheric lensing. That has nothing to do with celestial observations. So when I said they reverse engineered the Earth, I was talking about.
You deserve a mute for that selfless plug, by the way. But I'll mute again.
I don't make a dime off that shit. I sell flyers. If anyone needs Bible or science flat Earth flyers, let me know. I also have a thumb drive with over 500 flat Earth books.
Well, yeah.
You need my mic.
I'm not a mod. That'll be a mod. I don't know who. It says it's saying in the top, Nathan, who's muting you. I don't know whether it does or not.
But. A moderator muted.
No, the host did it. Go on with the debate, please, not the grift.
Yeah.
So I can't talk about my Patreon either?
Oh my God.
All right, I'm just kidding. Come on, you guys have a sense of humor, dude. We're censored as hell, bro. I've had my group with 150,000 members ripped from under my feet, my YouTube channel with 20,000 subs, Instagram, also that like we can believe we live on a cartoon tilted spinning Earth. But also, Stingray, I have to say something. All the celestial observations do not match up with the globe. They claim that with kinematic equivalence, you can explain on a flat Earth how they work, but on a flat Earth, you can't explain how they work on a globe because you've got problems, right?
Yeah, terrible problems. Because believe it or not, in my latest video, I'm going to see how a flat Earth. Oh, obviously, I won't have azimuthal grid of perspective, point convergence, atmospheric lensing vision. I'm just going to use a rotating space ball, and I'm just going to use a flat pizza delusional disc. But I'm going to have a look at star trail predictions from hundreds of videos that I can find online and see if they actually match a rotating spinning space ball or whether they match a flat delusional pizza worshipping delusion. And I'm not going to add bias to it like I just said in that statement. I'm going to do it honestly. Have you got a prediction for which one will match, since the pizza is this is reverse engineered from a pizza? Which one do you think will work with the least amount of complications?
I don't know. I can't predict the future. Let me know when you're done. Can I finish, Stingray? Because I was interrupted. I wanted to finish my point. So you said every single celestial observation. One of the first tests I did, the first week I learned about flat Earth, was taking star trails at the beach. Star trails do not intersect the marine horizon. Now, if we had a physical geometric marine horizon that was about 3 miles away for a 6-foot observer, the stars would be eclipsed by the water or the marine horizon. They don't. They fade away and vanish off in the distance. On top of that, this is admitted. You guys can Google all this stuff. I know none of you guys have probably heard of this. I know Stingray last time was eating a sandwich. But we've got the three-body problem, the Mercury problem, the Hubble tension problem, the horizon problem, the collateral damage problem, the sidereal day moves faster than a solar day problem, the vacuum of space violating all the gas laws, and the second law of thermodynamics problem. So the globe Earth has 99 problems. Flat Earth is definitely one of them. But on top of that, we have all the models. We've had the Ptolemaic model for 1,400 years. It was unchanged. We've got the Ore. It predicts eclipses and transits of planets. We've got the Antikythera mechanism, the astrolabe. It's like a Victoria's Secret catalog over here on Flat Earth. And
okay, you're fucking word shitting, so like none of it can be addressed. So like one at a time here, maybe.
I mean, do all of them one at a time. You want to talk about, start from the top, three-body problem?
Wait a minute. No, I don't. I don't know. Like I told you before, while I was eating the sandwich, I only go, and I told this to Katie, I do things that I can comprehend, demonstrate, and measure myself. This is one of them, Nathan, and I'd like your take on it because it's a very real problem about flat Earth, and I'd like to know which one you believe. So let's start with this. Do you believe that we can measure or gauge or derive accurately the distance from the North Pole to the equator? Is that possible?
No.
You don't believe that?
Wait, what? I thought you said I thought you meant Polaris.
Well, I mean, if we set out from the North Pole and go to the equator on a flat Earth, it would be.
If you and I held fucking hands and had a boat or a snowmobile and some snow dogs and we did a measurements, yeah, we could do it. Have we done it? No.
Okay, cool. So do you believe in the celestial navigation, you know, when you go to scouts and learn to work out your latitude, do you think the 1 degree per 69 miles is a thing, or did we just fuck it up? And we're using it and we're just lucky?
I'd say to claim that's exact for every latitude is actually a falsehood. It's an urban myth. Shane St. Pierre goes into this like in depth in his recent video. And to be honest, I haven't celestial navigated. I'm not like an advanced astronomer. I like observe the stars. I take star trail videos. I went to the Georgia Guidestones. But when it comes to like angles and
I get it.
Equatorial mounts and all that stuff, I'm not a pro at that. But the problem is you're using a stationary pole star, Polaris, to prove you're on a moving globe. You can't use a stationary pole star.
No. I'm just saying, if you're in the continental United States, do you believe that search and rescue can use your latitude and longitude to actually come and find you?
Yeah, of course. That doesn't prove you're on a globe.
Okay, cool. Do you believe that they know the distances between the latitudinal parallel lines that are equidistant because that's what their charts and instrumentations and their fuel estimations rely on? Do you think they're just lucky?
Yeah, well, what they use is the WGS-84, and that is reverse engineered from a flat Earth.
I'm not saying where it comes from. It could be. We'll just leave it at that. It could be. But the objective thing is that you could go one of these degrees on the latitudinal lines. You can measure it by GPS or Polaris or whatever you want, or just charts with known locations, and you can verify that. And I'll give you this, because there's always an error tolerance in measurements. You can verify that it is somewhat around 69 miles. Sometimes you might get 59.9, other times you might get 69.08. It is, in fact, I think, 69.04. But, you know, your measuring device, a little bit inaccurate, but we'll say around 69 miles. There are 90 latitudinal degrees to the equator. Would you agree to that?
I mean, show me the measurement. Like, let's prove that. Why do I have to just blindly agree to your cartoon you have here and the questions you're asking? I haven't measured that. I haven't verified it.
Well, did you measure the sun? Did you measure all of the other things that you just brought up?
Yes, I measured the sun changing angular size. I measured the moon changing angular size.
What size was the largest? How big was the largest sun that you observed?
What do you mean how big? I don't
Well, if you measure something, you use units and values, right? I think we went over this earlier.
Yeah, I used Photoshop and counted pixels.
And what's a pixel relate to in the physical world? Or are you just making, like, randomly saying a computer pixel relates to the real world? How's that work?
Well, Stingray, you claimed earlier it doesn't change angular size, so we count the pixels.
No, yeah. So you count pixels, and how did you convert them to angles?
I didn't. I never claimed to.
Oh, okay. Well, it's something you might want to consider.
Why?
Do you understand that there is a very real problem? And you have to deny one of these, Nathan. You have to deny the objective distance that can be measured or falsified from the North Pole to the equator. And you would just need to measure, randomly measure, which I have on the M1 freeway in the United Kingdom and in the Balearic Islands. I can show you this on a live when I've, got access to TikTok Studio. I can show you this, that I've actually verified the degrees and measured individual degrees to verify that they are in fact 69 miles on different latitudes, and it seems to be the case, which creates a distance to the equator of about 6,200 miles, let's say. It's a bit of a rounding thing there, but let's just fuck it. Now, 2 pi r is how we get the circumference from the radius. When we do that based on this distance, we get 39,000. Now, do you think we could measure 1 degree of a circle of the equator, or half a degree, or an arc minute of a degree? Do you think that's possible?
Yeah, most certainly, but you have to understand all your measurements you've claimed so far were land. And I would agree, they'd keep the land pretty much same on a flat earth or a globe, and the distortion would be over water because nobody lives on the water. You just navigate on the water. So if you're going to lie to everyone about the shape of the earth, and you had to send out an SOS and the Coast Guard had to search and rescue a boat, the coordinate system would put them where they need to go because they're staring at a computer screen. They're no longer celestial navigating based on the sky and nautical miles. 60 miles equals 1 degree in the sky. That's broken down into arc minutes and arc seconds because the sky is a clock and also a map. That's how they got around. We have constellations that are fixed. It's not morphing and changing. We have a stationary pole star. We're not blasting through space. So, like, pointing at these cartoons.
You keep going. You're just making loads of claims. I'm trying to stick to a point.
Put a bow on it, right? But
so my question, Nathan.
Stingray, pointing at these cartoons and claiming we could measure this.
I'm asking a question. I'm using the cartoon to illustrate it. It's better than your line art drawing that you showed me of Walter Bisland's fucking model that uses the globe. But if I measure, if I was in South America or Central Africa or somewhere like that, and I measure 1 degree of the equatorial line, that's on the equinox, the sun, the subsolar point is there. I've got a question. Could I just multiply that to make it into 360 to get a good estimation of the circumference? Or are you saying that those degrees change over water? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying the maps and the coordinate systems have been hijacked to pretend you're on a cartoon globe religion, which you could go out in nature with a high-power telescope, high-power zoom camera. I've done it for 8 years. I'm about to start doing it again. I got everything packed up, ready to go. My family just came for Thanksgiving, and they're gone. So I'm ready to rock and roll. If anyone's near Tahoe or the Salton Sea or the ocean, let me know. Gio and I are rolling through.
So I just want to make sure. You're saying that we don't know the distance across seas and stuff, and that cargo vessels and stuff can't really navigate accurately. They're just really lucky.
They navigated the oceans for thousands of years, celestial navigating based on triangulation.
Today, Nathan. Today.
Yeah, now they just stare at a computer screen. Pilots today babysit the plane while it flies itself. I tell people city bus drivers.
So on a ship, does a ship captain know the distance from let's say Sydney to the Panama Canal, for example, or because it's admittedly to you, it's across an ocean and we just don't know. So do you think they wouldn't know that?
Well, how do you measure the distance, Stingray?
Well, I'm saying, do you think we do it on GPS in this day and age? But what you're saying that you don't agree we know the distances, right? So I'm trying to get to the crux of your argument. You're saying that the GPS distances that are tracked and trackable are not real because they comport to a globe and it's all fake and everybody's lying. You're saying they're either bigger or smaller. I would say if we're going from Sydney to the Panama Canal, I'm saying it's going to be bigger on a flat Earth. You're saying that when they look at the GPS, when it matches kind of the timing and the knots of the ship, there's some weird thing happening there where everybody on board just doesn't know that they're traveling, let's say, 30% further. It's hidden from them because of the globe religion, right?
Yeah, it's a religion.
Cool. Interesting.
Stingray, what you're not understanding is that 90% of the world's population lives above the equator in the northern hemisphere, if we want to pretend it's a globe. But
I don't think it's 90, but it's very high, yes.
No, according to most data, approximately 90% of the world's population lives above the equator, meaning in the northern hemisphere, and that's from the Washington Post.
Oh, right. I did not know it was as high as 90%. I would have guesstimated in the 80s. So there you go. I learned something.
On a globe and on a flat Earth, all those distances would be pretty much exactly the same. Almost exactly the same. The only time it gets wonky is in the southern hemisphere. And that's why if you look into emergency airplane landings, what's going on in the southern hemisphere with flight paths, how they're always crossing over the north, how in the south, the stars, from what I've heard from Chris Flatsmack, I haven't verified this myself, but Chris Flatsmack is claiming the stars precess twice as fast in the southern hemisphere at the same latitudes as they do in the northern hemisphere. I got to look into that more, but there's more constellations in the south, 32, 36 in the north, 52 in the south. You've got more time zones in the south, 18 in the north, 24 at the equator, 30-something in the south. There's obviously more surface area in the south. The USGS uses an AE map to map Antarctica.
Wait a minute. You're going on a lot of points. We're on about distances, and I was very interested in you saying that we don't know distances, but then you're claiming that the distances would be the same in the northern hemisphere, because I'm going to show you how they're not. In fact, they're so different. It's something that, in fact, it's not just it's a 10% thing, it's a 20% thing. No. It's nearly a double difference, nearly. It's a little bit less, but here we go. And this is why. Because if you believe that the equatorial circumference is 24,901, that's produced from a radius of 3959 that on a sphere comes from the center of a sphere. That means there is enough space on a sphere to travel objectively to the North Pole and back of 6,215, which produces a 1 degree per 69 mile, which is a bit weird because that linear relationship as well only exists on a sphere, on traveling on an arcing path. So that's a bit of a problem there. But on a flat Earth, you can agree that 1 degree per 69 miles is true, thus 6215 is true, or 24,901 is not true. But both of these we rely on and can be measured. It would be the easiest thing in the world for a flat earther to say, I can invalidate this, or I can invalidate that by taking a single degree measurement and timesing it by 360 and saying, hey, you know this here? It's not 24,000, it's 39,000. Or alternatively, hey, you see this here? It's not 6,215 from the North Pole to the equator. It's only 3959. But you can't have both of these numbers, so distances do not match on a globe and a flat Earth. Far from, by a factor of fucking nearly 2.
All right. Are you done?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. So the radius has been debunked because we don't have a physical geometric horizon. We see 10 times too far. Also, Einstein's kinematic equivalence states that you can predict all the motions in the sky based on a flat geocentric Earth. It doesn't have to be a globe. Heliocentric model. Also, when you say 1 degree is based on 69 or 60 miles, that's based on a flat Earth because you measure angles based on a flat Earth, based on the horizon and your elevation angle to the horizon. On top of that, you're talking about a stationary pole star. So a stationary pole star doesn't work on a globe blasting through space. They claim the Earth is moving 66,600
Wait a minute. You're just going over a script now, Nathan. Let's stick to a point.
Literally-
And I want to deal with one of the things that you said, not fucking 20 of them. Let's just deal with one of them. Pope, can I have the large screen 2 seconds? Here's a statement that you can debunk of mine really fucking easy, because you did mention the North Star Polaris only working on a flat fucking pizza delusion, and I'm going to show you how that's fucking weird to think that way. So here we go. We've got planet fucking Earth. Now, here's a statement.
This is another
In order,
fucking
nearly done.
I didn't even get to finish my point.
No, you didn't get to finish
Like,
the 20th point. I'm just going to focus on the first one that you said. Now,
okay, I had several bullet points to go over your entire argument, and now I'm going to hear a 5-minute fucking waffle on about Polaris, which is stationary, proving we're on a moving globe.
oh my God,
And
stop with your script, Nathan. I'm going to ask you a question.
I'm not
It's going to be
doing
about
that,
you.
Stingray.
It's going to be about you.
We're not doing that.
So
I
here's
promise
the thing.
you.
On
These
a
cartoons
curving
are not-
surface,
All right.
I'm sorry you use your line
guys
out
later.
fucking cell shaded.
We're just going to waffle on about your
thing.
computers.
So here we
These
go.
cartoons.
This is an acting
All right.
path. I mean, I could draw it for you like Walter Bislins if you wanted to. A line out.
You understand? Einstein said you
So,
could predict the motion
brilliant. Let's
of
go
the
to hearsay
sky.
and stories, Nathan.
Not
Or do you want to
hearsay, it's
listen
called
to
a
what I'm
kinematic
saying?
equivalent.
Hearsay
No, I
and
don't want
stories
to
and
hear your
rhetoric. Go for it,
20-minute
Nathan. Go ahead.
I'll leave after 10 seconds. Just using a stationary pole star with your little cartoon is a fucking joke. Okay, you're not convincing adults you're on a moving, rotating globe through space at breakneck speeds with a stationary pole star. So thanks for playing, Stingray.
Awesome rebuttal to the argument that I wasn't going to make, Nathan. Fucking fantastic. Now back
What
to
are
my
those-
argument rather than your script. So
What are
here
those
we've
lines
got an
pointed
issue.
at?
We've got an issue is we've got two parameters for the North Star, right? We've got
There you go,
its
North
elevation and then
Talking about the North Star.
sorry,
I knew it.
I'm sorry, the middle of my fucking
I know
sentence
it.
interrupted
You were
the
going to
start
use
of
the
yours.
North Star to try and prove you're on a
Okay,
moving
I know
globe.
this is triggering to you, Nathan, because it has no explanation.
I don't have
I'm going to deal with one of your claims that it only works on a flat Earth. I'm going to show you how that is not only fallacious, it's delusional, and at the very least,
Stingray,
fucking
you can
ignorant. So
You can
here we
debunk-
go.
Hey, real quick, I got to say bye.
Stingray,
Stingray, let me thank you for your time. I appreciate your time.
are you exiting now, Nathan?
But
Okay.
also, yeah, because you can debunk Einstein on your own, bro. He has a kinematic equivalent.
Okay. If you don't want to answer this, run, Nathan. Go ahead. But I have actually enjoyed this.
Answer it.
Wait a minute.
It's that you could ask the question in 15 seconds or less.
I
but
am
you wanna
just about
point
to
at your
say
computer.
for 70% of this discussion, it's been okay. So I thank you for that, Nathan.
You're welcome.
Would you like to hear this argument, or are you getting off?
Well, you're pointing at a cartoon, first of all. You're using Polaris, the North Star, which is stationary. It doesn't move. I filmed it through the Georgia Guidestones. On top of that, Einstein says you can predict the motion of everything in the sky based on a geocentric or heliocentric model. So if you want to debunk Einstein on your own, Stingray, that's cool, but mainstream science accepts everything.
Just out of interest, when you point to this, what would you say this is pointing to?
That's also a cartoon. It's just a diagram. I'm just showing you.
Okay, yeah. But this one's okay. This one ain't, though. So, okay, got you. There's a bit of bias there that you might want to work on. But, okay, so the argument is not anything about what you've just
Much
said.
love, guys. Pope, thanks for having me on.
See you later, Nathan.
All day to play with you guys. You guys
That's
are
fine.
like,
All right, Nathan. See you
like a
later.
killer whale tossing the seal up in the air like 40, 50 feet before he consumes it.
Go on.
That's what I'm doing.
Narrate your victory, Nathan. Go ahead and narrate it. Tell a story.
Cope, you fall asleep, or did you have enough marching powder to make it through the debate?
Go.
No, Nathan. You're the consummate professional on that one. You're the consummate professional on that one. Stinger, if you want to move on with a different point, Nathan, you obviously don't seem to want to hear this one. Nathan, if you got another point, go for it. Stinger, he just doesn't even want to seem to go over this one or even want to entertain it. Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
No, that's interesting.
we can just continue it another time. I mean, I just have better things to do.
There's like 250 people in here. I figured you want to get at least all the way through the script.
Well, the thing is, I'm actually working as well. This is my daytime working thing, and I've already had to say no to a call so that I didn't appear to run away.
Yeah, I mean, so if you want, you're kind of in it. You're kind of in it. If you want to be done, you can be done. I don't mind.
But yeah, Stingray, if you want to come over to Flat Earth, we got full-time positions available. I don't have to freaking subscribe to a JOB, so you could do that too. Just let me know, bro, if you need help. We have positions available.
All right, you have to send me the salary brackets and I'll consider it.
It's based on performance, Stingray. We'll see what you can do.
Anyway, cheers, Pope. I do actually have to get on with some work.
I appreciate both of you, actually. That was great, and I think everybody watching wanted to see that for quite some time.
Pope W. You get some W's sometimes, Pope. I'll give you.
I was able to shut the fuck up. It was crazy, right?
You're not all L's. I appreciate you guys, dude. You guys have a good day. You be blessed. The Creator loves you. I love you. And if you fall off the globe, the flat Earth will catch you time after time.
All right, Nathan. I'm going to let everybody up here to talk shit about you. I'll see you later.
See you later, Nathan.
Wait, that was rude.
No, that's what's going to happen. Watch.
No, we don't. No, don't let that happen, Pope. Because
I'm not. I might actually turn it off, to be honest.
No,
if you're gonna bring him up, let's do it one at a time and let him talk to me.
I have a rule, Pope.
You know what? There's probably 250 people that would love that. How many requests do we have?
Oh, about fucking 15.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, cool. Well, let's bring them up 3 at a time, and I'll just rifle through them.
I'm gonna go on mute, but I will watch this.
They might have questions for Stingray, but Stingray's got to go earn freaking printed peanuts. He's not working for the truth yet, so.
Do we start here? This guy seems to be the most
fucking crushed.
This guy's favorite scent for Glade plugins.
How does it feel to get fucking crushed and bring up a whole bunch of bullshit and get crushed on the bullshit? Also, how does it feel?
That's Globe Religion right there. Can we get to the next person, Cope?
Nobody's religioning to Globe.
All right, that was that.
Your team, Stingray. That's your team, bud.
No. No.
I bet you don't go anywhere now.
Hey, I've got evidence. It's actually on screen of. I've done 3 separate time lapses of the sun with sulfur.
Wait, I got one question for Angel, dude. I want the fucking pitch data from this motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't know if I could get a specific plane, but yeah, the one I have is different to that plane, obviously. That plane looks like it would have a mean angle of attack.
No, dude, I want the pitch data from this bad boy.
Hey, the angle of attack on that thing.
I'm going to need the pitch data from this here, Angel, okay?
Yeah, no worries. It'll be worse. It'll be worse than 3 degrees, I'll tell you that.
Hey, Pope, I got to send you a gift because Candy sent a gift to Stingray on accident, so I'm going to give you a gold chain, bud.
Oh, that's wonderful. I feel blessed, right? Is that what I'm supposed to do?
Big box. I just wanted to show my sunsets changing size.
Why do you have that Hebrew airplane?
Can I have the bigger box?
I'm trying to spread it out correctly. There we go.
Because on a globe religion, when you're moving backwards 1,000 miles an hour, you get about 1% further from the sun. So that would be less than 1% change. But yeah, I've got 3 of them changing size. So
why do you guys focus at the horizon? Why don't you measure the angular size across the entire sky?
So this one I didn't allow it to even go near the horizon. This is still well above the horizon. And this that's why it didn't squish, as you can see there.
Right.
And also I spin it and it's clearly smaller. Now this one changed a lot.
So are you going to answer?
So I want to know how this works on the globe.
How does it?
How do you get upwards of 40% change on the globe?
How does it work across the entire sky? Because it should change from the point of solar noon to the horizon.
Your mic's a little low.
Your
mic's a little low, Derp. Just
you said the sun hasn't changed size.
So from solar noon to sunset, it should change, but it doesn't. Why do you focus on the last hour before sunset?
Because that's when the sunset actually occurs.
Right, but why are you focusing on that?
Wait a minute,
because that's when the sunset actually occurs.
Wait a minute, Globe. And Angels, wait a minute, Globe, just give me 2 seconds. Angels, this isn't attacking you or anything you're doing. I'm not putting up a rebuttal to what you're saying. I'm just saying, when you said on the globe religion, when you rotate backwards, you'd expect,
Yeah, you said it yourself. You'd expect no change, right, Stingray? You said it yourself.
Oh, but this helps your argument. It's actually a lot less than 1% when you work it out. It'd be something like, I'm going to guess, but 0.0001%. It really would.
On a globe?
So I'm actually helping
on a
your
globe when
argument
you
there, by the way. I'm just doing a correction.
Right.
Yeah, so when you're on a globe,
Why
hang
do
on, when
you
you're on a globe
focus
and you're
at the
spinning
horizon?
backwards west, bro. When you're spinning backwards on a globe, you're getting no more than 1% difference to the sun in distance. So how is it that I'm getting upwards of 23% personally, and people have gotten 40%?
Right.
How's that
So
working?
why does it change then?
Wait, people have
Because it's moving away from you and it's changing size.
Right, because of the atmosphere. It changes
No,
the
because it's
atmosphere
moving- because it's
condition,
moving away from you and it's
cherry
changing
pick
size.
at the horizon because you
No,
can't measure from solar noon to sunset
No,
because you
this
know
is
it
not.
would
This
just
is not on the
move.
horizon. This is. I didn't
Right.
let this.
It's the last
horizon.
hour before sunset. I've offered
Also, this one.
challenge to multiple.
This one's a 25-minute one. This one's a 25-minute one.
So again,
wouldn't let
why
this-
do
this
you
was
not
nowhere near the
measure
horizon.
it from solar noon to sunset?
Because solar noon is not when the sunset's occurring. It happens at sunset.
I'm not. No, it should change angular size from the point that it's directly above you.
It's on screen. So how does that work on a globe?
Hold on.
But it doesn't.
Hold on. Globe,
What are you-
I'm sorry to cut you off. I'll make this
This is
quick.
not gonna
I
work.
just have one quick question for Angels. Angels, why is it that you're using two different pictures taking at two different times and saying, see, look, it changed size?
It's a sunset video.
Show it change. But why are you showing two pictures taken with two different cameras at two different times
No.
and saying that it's changing size? That's exactly
One.
what you just did. Because the first one you showed was a picture using a solar filter, and the second one was a screenshot from a video.
Yeah, I compared what it looked like when it started to compared when it's set, when it's down, when it's further down to not near the horizon. So all I'm doing.
One is a picture that one may be a picture that you took, but
this
the
out,
other
dude.
one is not.
No, I think
Because
he's
you
just
can
taking-
see the framing of the
Leaper, I think
video.
he's just
You can
cutting
see
from
the
a-
framing is different.
I'm
just
dude, I'm
cutting.
cutting.
Yeah.
Dude. I put them next to each
Just
other.
cutting
See
from the
that?
video.
This is my.
Because of
sunset
attenuation,
video.
there's less light in one. Whatever.
I'm still wondering how
Can I
this
have
works
2
on the
minutes,
globe.
Pope?
I'm just saying that it's disingenuous what he's trying to display here because he's not showing a change
what do you
in
mean?
angular
Oh,
size. There could be any number of reasons why that size changed between those two pictures because those two, you're
please
not
tell me
showing
one.
a single
Please
image.
tell me.
So
Please
show
tell me
me
how it
on
changed.
this video right here.
How it-
Show me on this video right
How
here
does this
how it
work on the
changes
globe?
angular size.
Leaper, I think your
Just
argument.
there you go.
Yeah, it's
There
the
you go.
same. It's a video and he's cutting clips out of a video.
How does it
Yeah.
work?
So how does this work on a globe?
Hang on,
How
what
do
he's
you get
not-
23%?
It works because you're cherry picking a video through atmosphere.
Correct.
These my
Attenuation.
videos, dude. What,
It's just
can you define
attenuation.
cherry
It's fine, Angels.
Again,
Can you define
Can I
cherry
have
picking?
Angel. Hold on, Angel.
Can you
if
define
you
cherry
can show a
picking?
video from solar noon to say 3
So
hours.
now I have to do it when it's
hold
not
on,
setting.
Angel. Hold on. If you can show a video from solar noon to say 3 hours before sunset, not changing size with a solar filter, I'll send you
I've done it with 2 hours before.
$1,000.
I've done it 2 hours before. I've done it 2 hours
No,
before.
I'm talking
Why does the
about
color change
from
through the same
solar
filter?
solar noon to 3 hours before sunset.
How does it change?
You keep
size of
pointing
the
your
globe?
hand
I'm
at it,
still
but
wondering
Why,
about that.
why does he
Why
keep
is the-
avoiding the question?
Yeah, there you go. Look at that one. Why
Does this work? Does this work on a
Oh
globe?
man, look at
How does,
that!
how does
No.
the sun change size on
Oh
the globe?
no, that's the
Look,
same
look.
size.
Here's what happens, Angels, is you'll never show
still
a picture
waiting.
of it going off
I'm
into a
still waiting
distance
for
where
your
it disappears, which is what your claim is.
Oh.
You'll never be able to show
Okay.
that ever. And
Okay,
you'll
I
never
won't be able to.
bring. Hang on
Won't
a
be able to
sec.
show that. Okay,
Hang on a
here
sec,
it is.
Angels. And you'll never show it just go off into the distance where its angular size reaches
Right.
0.
Hey, Angels.
Yep,
You know
okay.
this video?
Hang on one
sec, hang on one sec.
Angels.
And
Hold
you'll
on,
never be
guys.
able-
Yo,
you'll
yo.
never
So
do this
listen.
either. Hang on.
Wait,
Pope, can I
pause,
have 2
hard
minutes, Pope?
stop for a second. Listen to me for a second, please.
Yep.
Angels is the only one up here. Enoch's not responding at the moment.
That's cool.
Give it like easy, one at a time, one at a time.
Can I just have 2 minutes, please?
Yeah,
Everybody?
go ahead.
I only
Just
have 2 minutes.
correspond
I have
with
to go
Angel
over
because
that.
he's the only one.
Yeah,
Angel,
that's cool.
your DMs.
Put me in the big box because I'm the only one showing things. So yeah, that'd be nice, so you can see it bigger.
No,
Angel, check
hang on one
the
sec,
DM.
Angels.
It goes down in the DMs.
Make a deal and let him respond, Angels. Like you gotta you can't talk through him. Let it talk with him.
So he said I can't show a sunset
Is that-
shrinking into a dot
Is that
and
your
this one
video?
actually vanished above the horizon. So there it is. So I just showed that.
Is that your
now
video?
I would like.
Hang on, Angel.
Yeah, I would like a reply. I would like a reply to this. How does this change size on the globe? How does that work?
I just asked for 2 minutes. I was granted 2 minutes. Shut up, please. You can keep throwing your hand towards the screen. I'm just shut up for 2 minutes. Is that okay?
Jump up here, Flat Earth, if you want to.
Is that okay, Angels?
Yeah, you got the big box. Go for it.
I love how he points his hand at the screen and goes, "Wah!" Anyways, that's so cool. Angels, you'll never show it going off in the distance. Those are not your videos of it going off into the distance and disappearing. They're edited videos.
Those are my videos.
Wow.
That's not your video of it going off into the distance, disappearing. And if it is, hang on, let me finish. Send the raw, because that's bullshit, because that doesn't happen.
Do you want to see it off my P1000?
No, just send the raws.
No, of course you don't want to see it.
If you say that you've made a video of it just going off into the distance,
I have
disappearing to
I
a
literally
spot.
just showed you 3 of
Hang
them.
on 1 sec. Let me finish.
Bruh, if you're going to call me a liar,
I'm
literally
gonna call
just
you a
showed
liar, and then you can
3
rebut that.
videos of
You
the
can
sun
rebut
changing size.
Angels,
So don't call me a liar
for 2 minutes,
or I'm going to
please.
talk through you.
No, you're not.
Don't call me a liar. Otherwise, I'm going to talk through
you a
you.
liar.
Just showed you 3 changing size.
Hope, can you
Yeah, we can't just. That's what Globers
show
do.
some control?
I'm gonna talk over you no
Show
matter
some
what.
control. I got the box for 2 minutes, and I haven't been able to speak for 1 second uninterrupted. Grow up, show some control. Nathan calls people liars all the time. You call
Why
people
aren't you
liars.
showing anything?
Enoch.
You're in the
Shut
You're in the big. What are you in the big box for? To just talk? This is like a soapbox.
showed you evidence that you really said no to everything I've shown so far. What are you up in the big box?
Put me in the big box. I'll show some proof.
I'm waiting for believe me, bro, and then you're fucking cooked, Angels. So
Yeah, you're cooked, Angel.
No, I'm cooked.
you're cooked.
All right, guys. Well, he's in the big box. You guys aren't letting him go. So go, believe me, get it out.
Okay. Anywho's, Angel, send the raw on that video, please. But Nathan,
I can show you from my P1000.
Holy fuck, Angels!
you have
shut up.
no control.
baby, I
You're
like
a
it raw.
child. Enoch's like a child too. Look, I thought you weren't even able to talk.
baby, I
I thought
like
you were
it
just
raw.
DMing.
Yeah, just show something. What are you doing up there crying? Jeez.
You ready?
Now we're all cooked. No. You're done. You're out of the big box. You didn't have anything
No,
to
no,
show.
no, no,
Globe
no.
Shilla's up.
I did not get
Globe Shilla. What are we looking at? Earth curve?
Enoch. Shut up, please. Coach, 2 minutes, please.
Oh boy. Hey, did you take this video?
Pope.
Yeah.
I literally.
I'm just wondering. It's very disingenuous.
You guys, all right, you guys
evidence,
both,
but you never showed your
Nathan,
evidence.
Bobby.
Will you
fucking
mute this idiot?
Let these
Thank
you
you.
guys want to have a conversation, or you just want to I mean, if you want to do all that, we can do it. I mean, I don't.
Believe
If
me,
you want to
bro,
have a
after 2
conversation,
minutes,
have a
and they haven't
conversation,
shut
guys.
the fuck up.
And we all need to tell each other to shut the fuck up. Either it ain't gonna
Well,
work.
believe me, bro. Ask for 2
I know.
minutes.
Go,
and
Blake. They're done. They're go. Go ahead. Go, respond to what Angel said there.
Why are their boxes lighting up? Nathan, why is your box lighting up? Are you?
Tricks are for kids. Come on, let's chop. Get to the point. Do you have anything to show?
Can you mute up there, Nathan? Your box keeps lighting up. Why do I keep seeing your box lighting up, child?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was having fun making fun of you. I'll mute up. Go ahead.
Yeah. How about you do that? Like you tell everybody else to do. You hypocritical. You know what? Anywho's. No, I just wanted to come up real quick because the other day, Nathan, you were crying to me about how broke you are. So if you're basing your job as a flat earth shill on what you make, like you told Stingray, you're a failure. Polaris moves. It's always moved. You can't prove that it doesn't. Even in your stupid video, Polaris moved in your time lapse. The sun never attenuates to 0. And if the sun did, you could bring it back with a telescope immediately after it disappeared. You guys are...
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
you guys have absolutely zero evidence. And I did call
Wait,
you a
what did you
liar,
say?
Angels.
But,
I
wait, I've
did
got
call
zero
you a liar
evidence.
right to your face. Be
Okay,
safe.
I've got
Thanks,
zero
Pope.
evidence. How does the sun change size on a globe model?
All right.
He ran away, of course, because it doesn't change size on a globe model.
All right. So
You got
Angels,
dropped for being
hold
insulting.
on. Enoch.
He had, by the way, he called me broke. He had 0 coins, and I have 2,000 coins. So I'm way richer
Yeah,
than
I know. You got fanboys that follow you around. It's cool, Enoch.
I rule.
Can you mute the fuck up now, child? Thanks. So, Angels, I don't care who took your video. I don't care who took my video. We can go and discern if they're credible, if they're based in reality, if they're edited. We can do all that stuff, okay? Now, if we have videos of the sun not shrinking size at the horizon, and you have videos of the sun shrinking at the horizon, what the logical thing we should do is expand the scope of our measurements to say, hey, you know what? Maybe the horizon is the reason why we're getting these different measurements. So let's go from solar noon to sunset and get a wider scope of measurements. That would be the logical and scientific thing to do. So my challenge to you is for you to do that and present that evidence instead of going, my evidence of the horizon is more valid than yours. And you won't do that because you know it doesn't change.
Okay, I did do that actually.
Cool.
I did do that. On the first time lapse I showed you, I didn't let it touch the horizon. And the third one I showed you, it was nowhere near the horizon.
That's not what I said.
25-minute time lapse.
Angel.
So what you just said, what you just asked for, I've already done. But
Angel.
I'm not sure if you're aware of that, but
you're focusing on the horizon.
You see this now?
Did you not hear anything that I said?
Now. No, at least
I know you don't like evidence. I know you don't like evidence.
Correspondence back and forth. It sounds like there's a misunderstanding, so try to clear it up. What's up? What are you asking about?
I'm asking if we both have images and videos of the sun, both shrinking at the horizon and not shrinking at the horizon, the scope of the measurement should be longer. It should be taken. Angels, yes, you're pointing at a fucking video. That's great. So why can't you do a broader, longer experiment, a longer, like 7 hours of measurements from solar noon? Why can't you do that? Why do you?
Because the sun doesn't set at solar noon, bud. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Hold on, Angel.
No. We're not.
Did you just assume Angel could count to 7?
About set. Enoch, shut the fuck up, little boy.
Did you just assume he could count to 7?
Little boy.
He's getting mad.
He's a silly flurf. Did you just assume he could count to 7?
Am I? Oh, you're talking
No,
about
your
7. That's a flurf.
Your dad's a silly flurf. You're a global.
Right. Great, Enoch. Again, listen to me.
Hey, you can show your dad my sunsets, dude. It's good.
Hey, Angels. Eventually, you motherfuckers are going to piss me off, and I'm going to give someone 10 stacks to pick one of you motherfuckers up. You keep running your mouth.
What are you going to do?
Really?
What are you going to do, bud?
Okay.
Is that a threat? Did I just record a threat, bud?
I don't give a fuck what you recorded.
What was that? Did I just
pay someone 10 racks to do what?
Addressing the
do
point.
what?
You're running away.
Who's cleaning your dirty racks?
Wait, you're going to spend 10 racks to do what? What'd you say?
Again, so listen. Why is Angels avoiding my fucking question? And he's going, look at my fucking...
I answered it like 3 times. I don't know if you're aware, but you keep asking the same question and I've answered it.
Right, no, you didn't. You literally went back
to see again that I allowed the sun to actually set, but it didn't touch the horizon. Would you like me to show you like a 5th time?
That wasn't your video, Angels.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. That video was cherry
Put me on the big box.
Other fucking video. No, it wasn't.
Put me on the big box.
Right.
Put me on the big box.
That's great.
Hey,
you
buddy.
downloaded
Hey, buddy.
something
Do you
on
see?
your P1000 or you transferred something awesome.
What is this called? What is this called, buddy? What is this called?
Black screen.
It's called a P1000, bud. So now I'm going to show you on the actual P1000 that I own to debunk your globe religion.
Right.
The sun changing size. So now you're going to see the sun changing size.
Angel, do me a favor, bro. Angel, chill. Pope, I got an issue with this guy saying he's going to pay someone $10,000 to come kill us.
I don't know. Is that what was said?
Is that what I said?
That's literally what he said. I haven't recorded.
That's not what I said.
And everyone heard it. There's 200 people here.
I said pick you up.
So I would get rid of him before I start losing your live. For the dude fucking saying he's going to kill us.
I'm going to have to say that was a bit... Hey, dude, I'm going to have to say as well. I don't know what you said after it, but like...
I didn't say anything after it.
Yeah, well, let's get rid of him. We'll see you later. Go cry to your fucking dad, donut.
Oh, Enoch, remember?
Hey, please.
And you
please follow me and show
you
that
two
my
can
timeline-
you two cannot try to push people's buttons and talk about their fucking.
Not our
family.
fault. His dad's a flat earther.
I don't care, dude. Don't talk about their family, dude. Like you're intentionally trying to what? You would be upset if I
still
started
waiting
talking
for-
about your grandma, right?
No, it's a congratulations.
what happened? Yeah, I was just going to mention that. Didn't you talk about his grandma?
Yeah.
When you
Did
talk
you
about
talk
Enoch's
my
grandma-
grandma, Coop?
Didn't you talk about my kids?
No, I did, but you talked about
Okay,
my
then
grandma.
fucking moving on with the conversation, or we could keep it going.
Yeah, but
Can
what
I please
said
get
about
an
your
answer
kids
to
was
how
that
the
we're
sun
gonna
changes size in the global
issues, or are we going to move
just
on?
so we're clear, I talked about how you're
How does
lying.
the sun change?
So you are Code.
And I didn't say a bad word about your grandma. I actually didn't even know you lived at your grandma's till you admitted it's stupid. But anyway,
I don't have anything. I don't regret it. I'm
How does the sun
taking
change
care of
size in the global legend again?
moving on.
All right.
Oh, Angel, you think the sun changes size in the sky, and you think the sun gets too far away to see eventually. Why doesn't the sun change size all the way to 0?
Okay, well, just let me quickly pull up another sunset where it shrinks into a dot. And then we'll hear you say "nah" to that
But
one.
not on the
How
other
about that,
3.
buddy? How
So
about
you
that,
only
buddy?
have one video where the sun
Yes,
disappears.
depending on
with the
latitude, bud.
video you were
Depending
just
on latitude.
showing.
So
it
now
only
I'm going to show you
10%
the evidence.
Am I still talking, or are you going to stop me?
Yeah, I'm showing you the evidence right now because I'm in the big box. You never show evidence because you're a globe donut. So here's the evidence of the sun shrinking into a dot like you asked for.
Has anyone ever seen a sunrise or sunset happen like that? Doesn't the sun
You're literally just witnessing it right now. But
That's a fake video. I don't know what that video is. I've never seen a
okay.
sunset.
I
in
just
my
saw
life.
it. I just saw it real time.
In real life, you've ever seen something
I
that
literally showed my P1000, a video from my P1000, and it's fake, guys.
made up.
Angel, why can't
If I go outside tonight, is that going to happen?
Can I have a rebuttal for this, please? That's not now, or is that illegal?
The sun is about to come up any minute. If I watch the sun, is that how it looks when it comes up this morning?
Depends.
Maybe if you were depending on latitude, it would change like this because obviously this guy recorded it and it shrunk into a dot, just like you asked for.
Why is this video different than your other video?
Because it's a different latitude, so it depends on latitude.
Because this is fake and you're a donut.
No, is this what? Dude, do you think this is AI, dude? Are you serious?
It's something like that because I've never witnessed the sun's. Why is this different
Well, now
than
you
the
have,
other
bud.
video?
You
Bring
just
up
asked
the
for the
other
evidence.
video. Why isn't your little
Oh, you
lines
wanna
on
see my
this
other video
video
now?
then?
Oh, you
Why
want to see
isn't
my
your
other
little
videos where they
lines-
change
Why
size?
isn't your little lines on this video?
Okay, here we go. The sun's going to change size 3 times now on screen, okay? These are my own personal videos, by the way. I just showed them, one of them, on my P1000. So I'm still waiting. How does this work on a globe religion?
This video of the other video.
How does this work on a globe religion? How does the sun-
Angels, real quick. Why didn't you just say?
Can you not hear my
Why
question?
did you say obviously this guy that recorded it did, and I just played it?
Yeah, that was his video.
Why is that video
You said it was
so
these
much
my
different
videos. You
than
said
your other
obviously
one?
this guy that recorded it
This
just
one here.
did, and I
This
just
one here
played
is
it.
not mine.
Yeah.
This one here, this
The
one
one
here
that you
is
were,
not
that's
mine.
not the one you were showing was the one of it disappearing into the
So
back.
Satan, why
Yes,
is
this one
video so
is not
different?
mine. Correct.
Hang on one
Correct.
second.
This one is not
Go back
mine.
to the-
Are
Go
the
back to the
videos
last
taken
video.
different latitudes?
Angel,
This one is not
Angel,
mine.
please. Angel,
Hello.
let him
Are the
fucking
videos-
It's a
lose
bag
their
of feral
mind.
cats. Chill, man. Go ahead, Nathan.
Yeah, Angel, let them fucking froth and lose their angel. I don't know if you're talking, but dude, we gotta let these guys melt, right? Because if we're gonna be here, just talking over them doesn't work. So like, let them cry, bro. Let them finish, and we have all the evidence. We have all the juice. We have all the motion.
Yeah. Conversate. Like, you guys sound like a bag of feral cats when you go like that. Like, make a point, talk. Like, Angel, make your point, get out of the big box, let somebody else get in the big box. Like, let's, like, rotate here. Come on.
So my point was, this guy asked for a sun shrinking into a dot. I've shown that, a time lapse. I showed previously 3 of my own sunset time lapses that's changed size. I'm still waiting for an answer on how that is possible on a globe model.
Attenuation, I already told you.
When the
See how it
globe
changes
does-
color?
So why are the
23%
two
further
videos
from the
so
sun.
different?
Thank you. So how come they're interrupting me now?
How it changes color. I already said that 3 times. You keep saying you didn't get an answer. I gave you an answer.
Wait, what was your answer?
Attenuation. Do you see how it's a different color? Why do you think
Attenuation.
Why is
Attenuation causes the sun to change size.
Through the filter, yes, because the filter is filtering out light that's being attenuated because it's going through the atmosphere. Why is it changing color? Angels of light. You know everything about light. Why does it change color as it gets closer to the horizon?
Because there's more atmos between you and the sun when it sets.
Which attenuates light on the fringes through the filter.
Correct. I agree. So what?
That's
so
why
I'm still confused why the videos are so
attenuating light on the edges of it.
I agree. The light attenuates through the atmos because it's moving far away from you. You just proved my point. So what? How does the sun change size in a globe model again?
Are you a dope? I just told you 4 times.
That's an ad hominem.
So your answer to how the sun changes size
He
is
asked how it
because
did it. I told him, and then he goes, I agree with you, and then says, how does it change size?
So you're saying the sun changing color is the reason why it changes size.
My opinion is the same reason that it changes color.
I just want to say something real quick. I'm at work.
Newton!
Believe me, bro. You just used light attenuation. I thought in your model light would travel forever, not attenuate. So how can you claim light attenuation for a phenomenon that we use as proof, but when we talk about light attenuation creating day and night, then that's wrong. So you're cherry picking when light attenuation works for you. Mic drop. I gotta go. Bye.
Light attenuation.
Yes, you are. You literally just called light attenuation. When we claim light attenuation is creating day and night, now you say light attenuation for the change of angular size. So you're cherry picking your phenomenon when it works for you, bro.
When did I ever say light doesn't attenuate? When did I ever say light doesn't attenuate, Newton's apple?
Because on your model, light travels.
No, when did I? No, shut up. When did I ever say light does not attenuate?
That's not what he said.
I have an explanation.
Yo, Cope.
Oh, yeah, please.
When did I ever say that, Newton's apple?
Please, can I have a
Oh, that's
explanation
right.
to why the sun changes size upwards of 23% of my own personal videos? Yeah, go ahead.
I have an
I
explanation.
just gave you the explanation, dude.
You have fake videos.
No, you said color changes.
There are solar filters that you can get that aren't as strong, and if your camera setting is on autofocus, your camera is trying to automatically focus what is being seen, and it will change the exposure level.
No, not
even with
during
even with that solar filter.
Not during
in a time lapse, because I've done it before.
He's got the box. Let him out of the box and explain it. Respawn when he's done.
Yeah. So like I was saying, right? Because I've done this. I have multiple camera solar filters. The weaker filters, you can get a size change depending on the exposure level that your camera is set to. And if you have, and I'm not finished. And if you have an auto exposure on your camera is automatically working to try to fix the exposure itself, and it can cause that. That's my explanation. It's a simple explanation.
What solar filters do you have? ND what? How strong are they?
I have an ND 1 million, and then from there less all the way down.
Would you say that an ND 1 million is a good solar filter?
Wait, Angel, can I address the point?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. All right, so a Nikon P1000 can be set to automatically adjust exposure during a time lapse depending on the shooting mode and the settings you choose. In most cases, if you're in manual mode, which I don't do, that's not what Angels does, the exposure will remain fixed unless you manually adjust it. So even in this mode, you have to manually adjust the exposure. I don't even use this mode to record my time lapses. I use an automatic setting, so it keeps the same exposure.
No, it doesn't.
Listen,
with an auto mode, it doesn't keep the same exposure.
Screen bug.
Yeah, it does. It's right here.
It doesn't.
It can be set to automatic. Yeah, no, you can do it to automatically adjust it, but you can also set it to automatically record a time lapse where it doesn't change the exposure.
Bro, automatic means that the camera is doing the work itself. Manual means that you put it at one setting.
do that.
If you set it to manual and you put it at one setting, that setting will not change. But whenever you set it to automatic, the camera is automatically working to fix.
Can I answer that, please?
Which will change the exposure level.
Okay,
Can I
Angel,
have the
real
big
quick,
box
so
again, please?
let me get a concession from this donut right here, because this guy's heavy in the globe religion. So if I set it to manual mode and I don't adjust it the entire time and I record myself not adjusting it and it changes the angular size, are you going to admit you have a cartoon globe religion and you're now a flat earther?
Have you done it before?
No, because I can do this in the next 7 days. So, Bedazzle. Hey, Bedazzle, listen very carefully to what I'm saying. If I set this to manual mode and it remains fixed unless you manually adjust the time-lapse sequence, are you going to be a flat earther or are you going to be a globe donut rejecting reality?
What filter are you going to use?
And what filter you're going to use and do it. Use an ND1 million or something.
So now it depends on the filter. So
I just said that earlier.
The camera. It's no longer the exposure of the camera.
Wasn't that the first thing I said?
Y'all are cooked, bro.
Wasn't that the first thing I said?
Yes. Did you just say use an ND1 million? Bedazzle, did you just say use an ND1 million? Is that what you just said?
Or something stronger.
Because I used an ND1 million. So I used an ND1 million, so thanks for playing, bud. Thanks for playing, bud.
What's your excuse now, bud?
And you didn't have it on. You had it on auto, right? You didn't have it on manual.
No, I reduced the exposure. I reduced the Bedazzle. I reduced the exposure down so it was the same the whole way. And I used an ND1 million, and this is the size change I got. Now, how does that work on a globe, bud? Still waiting for the answer.
It looks like two different exposure settings there.
Yeah, it does.
No,
one is overexposed, and then one you can see the clouds and everything through it. So,
dude, this here, obviously,
you're talking to somebody that's been doing photography and videos for over 10 years now.
Yeah. So
you can clearly see the difference.
Where's all your videos?
You can clearly see the difference.
Show us your videos. I used an ND1.
Angel.
All right. Yeah, it's a great video. Can I jump in here real quick? Because I would like to try to have a civil conversation.
Angel, you have to know, bro, we have all the juice and the truth and on our side. These guys are going to try and do what they're doing.
Bro, you don't have to project and automatically claim like an auto win. Oh, the globe win, the flat earth wins.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you done crying? Yeah. So, Angel, we got to be prepared for this. Like, I was waiting for 15 people to come on here. I was hoping we'd move through the questions and answer them one by one, but it seems like it's a free-for-all. Just, Cope, if you could help take control of the panel.
I think I've kept it pretty. I got Newton up here. He just didn't stay. I'm trying. I'm waiting. Call him up here. Get him up here.
I'm not asking for help. I'm not asking for help from flat earthers. I'm just saying.
Go back and forth. It's not bad. You're not getting it's Angels in the big box. All right, Angel, go make a point, Angel. Let's get it moving.
No, Angel's done. Angel's done.
So
we're gonna hear from a new globe head.
Can I jump in here?
Has a question? Yes. Dead Knight. Go ahead.
Okay. So I would like to try to have this like a civil discussion with everybody, and I know this has been pretty heated thus far. So let's try to do this very plainly.
This is pretty mellow, to be honest.
That's been pretty mellow.
Yeah, I'll give it that. This is my least charged conversation. I was in a politically charged one previously, so I'll give it that. I personally have been doing photography for over 10 to 15 years, roughly. What the hell are those videos? And I'm saying that in the most respectful way I possibly can, because there has been some form of editing and some form of modification to that video. Sorry, I couldn't find the let me finish. Because not only, well, actually, there's a chance that it may be true, yes, but that is a very generic, similar. My apologies, very generic optical illusion that everybody can experience at least once in their lifetime. Now, it has been proven time and time again by multiple different scientific studies and devices. I mean, hell, a flat Earth community set out to prove this theory with, I believe it was a gyroscopic laser of some sort. And they'd even use a crystalline filter to, remove any form of interference. And yet they still produce the same result, proving the Earth rotation and curvature. Now, again, that's what I'm going off of. Now, how is it that you are coming up with this quote unquote evidence that you say is what proves your theory? As there's the flat Earth community has only been around for maybe a few years. I'll give it maybe 10, 20 years at that. Probably a little more. Wow. But it's gone to a extraordinary extent that I'm failing to comprehend where the disconnect is between logic and the flat Earth theory.
I know you're waffling. Can you put some
your question was?
You're a photographer.
So I did ask my question. It's just you choose not to hear it. But okay.
15 years.
What was your question?
I'm sorry, both of you were talking at the same time. One time at a please.
You're in the big box, my dude. Could you post some of you're a photographer of 15 years. Did you have any exclusive proof of globe religion, any proof of curvature, or you just want to waffle on and hate on flat Earth?
Okay, so one, no, I'm not showing you any of my personal photos.
Okay.
Well, I think the first question was, and I'll just sum it up.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, these things like to roll. Angels, did you modify that fucking video at all?
No, I don't know if you saw, Pope, but I literally just pulled out my P1000 and showed a video, one of them, changing size on the P1000.
Actually, for whatever fucking reason, your and Nathan's screens are black to me, dude. I have no fucking... Now they're not. I can see your guys' backgrounds, but for whatever reason, they're black to me. I don't know why. I'm trying to bump you guys in the box whenever I can or whatever, but...
Wait, Pope, can you put me on the big box and can you confirm they can see what I show?
I can see your background. No, it goes black. And so does fucking Nathan's,
we can see
dude.
it.
You guys, everybody else can see it.
though.
I can't.
Yeah.
Well, I literally showed on my P1000 the sun changing size on the actual P1000. So they can cry all they want that it's edited, but
and I told you why that happened.
The other question is that the time lapse on the time lapse on cameras does auto focusing. That is the other contention here. That I don't know if you have you gotten to the bottom of that when you
I was trying to address that. I can address that.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So this one here, I reduced the exposure settings on the camera so that it was the same exposure the whole way through. You see? Right? And I still got a change in size. This didn't even touch the horizon. So this guy said, use a better solar filter, use a ND1 million. I used an ND1 million. I'm still waiting for the answer as to how this works on a globe, or you have to confirm it doesn't.
Even with an ND1 million, if that exposure level is being changed, because I personally done it myself with an ND1 million and adjusted the exposure level, and did show that there is a difference in
I just showed you
in the size in the size whenever you adjust the exposure level. And again, you can look at the image and see that one is overexposed where you can't see you can't see the clouds in the sun, and then the other one where the exposure level is low, you can see the clouds in the sun.
All right, let's see it. Well, you want the big box?
And Angels, I did explain to you why it happens.
Hold on.
Wait, otherwise let's see it. Otherwise you can see it doesn't work on a flat.
Can you see it? Can we see it, bud?
I'm working right now.
Oh, you're busy collecting real quick, bro. Like every other.
It's been explained that it's just a simple optical illusion more than once, but I mean, okay.
An optical illusion. I thought so. On the globe.
Do you know why? It changes colors?
1 second. Because light attenuates, like you said, and we're looking through more atmosphere. Yeah, once they
we're looking through more atmosphere.
Likeness of the
so
sun
light
is
is attenuating.
Show me a picture like this.
Angel, we gotta let him try, bro. If we try and interrupt him,
it's not crying, Enoch. It's answering his question. I told you,
show me a picture like this of the sun getting to nothing, so you can't see it. I have to go to work. Have a good day.
We don't claim that happens.
Okay, put me in the big box.
That's a straw man.
He's gonna show it.
I'll post the video.
We don't claim. One flat earther says we don't claim that happens, while the other flat earther says put me in the big box and I'll show you. Are you fucking kidding me, Enoch?
Did you just say?
Can you guys
I'll post
relax?
the video later.
Thank you.
No, you relax, buddy.
Hey, believe me, just remember, these are guys who also misunderstand the word attenuation. So what do you expect?
Angels, I'm gonna give you a follow-up. I'm not following you, and then I'm gonna post a video.
Can you explain to me how light attenuation, making the sun a different color, would change its size?
On the fringes, that filter is blocking out light that's at the lower range of the spectrum. So as it reaches towards the lower end of the spectrum, that filter is filtering it out. The spectrum of the light is changing, obviously, because the color is changing. So as you change the wavelength of the light, you change the color of it. That filter specifically filters out certain wavelengths of light. So at the fringes, you are filtering out more light as it sets against the horizon. It's going through the atmosphere. You can see there's clouds in front of it and stuff. There's more water that
You're
light
looking
is
through more
passing
atmosphere.
through.
No worries. Okay, well, we're ready to reply. Enoch, go ahead. You're cooked, bud.
Yeah, water vapor would actually magnify the size of the sun. It would not shrink it. I'd actually go ladies first. Nikki, you were lighting up.
That's exactly where I wanted to go with it. Like, mind you, they tell us that the optical illusion enhances and makes it bigger, right? So it's literally shown to be smaller. So make that make sense to a little simpleton like moi, who is taught
I just
by
did. Did you not listen?
Shut the fuck up. For reals.
You just
Is
said
taught
make it
by
make sense, and I did.
Let the lady speak, bro.
You don't let anybody finish speaking, and you have nothing to show. Like not a single one of you can turn your camera on and say, "Well, I did the exact same observation, and I didn't get any difference in size." Or
Yes,
at
I
least
can.
come with something
Yes, I
that gives
can.
us the
Yes, I
optical
can.
illusion that it's larger.
don't
Please
say
do,
that.
Pope.
I'll
Please
turn it
do,
on.
Pope.
I'll turn it
Please
on.
do. Because
Okay.
you're bringing up all of these donuts here that don't want to show anything.
Look, I can do it without a solar filter. So weird, right?
Hang on a minute. Without a solar filter.
Oh, we can watch it. We can watch it.
Wait, what are you showing?
Watch.
And one more thing, Bedazzle, I don't even want to be on a panel with you. The fact that you harass and doxed a woman makes you a disgusting person. And I think that everyone should treat you the same as they treat Fred. And
I
just stay the fuck
didn't
away
dox
from me.
anyone. I don't have anyone's name. I don't have
Those are some
anyone's
heavy
phone number.
allegations, man.
I don't have any home address. I don't have
Those
any
are
job.
some heavy allegations.
I don't have any license plate number.
Bullshit.
And I don't have anything that require. And you see, no, I don't have any information. I don't have any information that it classifies as doxing. Now, if you want to discuss it, I have the entire conversation from the beginning where
I
I'm the one that's being nice.
Up for everyone if you like. You're a fucking
All
liar.
right, sorry. I don't want to do that. Have a good day.
I've got more evidence for the local sun, Pope. Can I have the big box, please?
Yeah, hold on a second, because I was going to put... I have a video. So fun, right?
Wait, you dropped Nikki?
I dropped them both.
Well, Bedazzle's the problem, bro. Nikki.
Look, I dropped them both, bro. Like, we're not doing that. We're talking and we're going and we're doing this shit. Like, I'm not going to do all that. They both. No, they both got gone, dude. I didn't want to. I'm not doing all that. If you got more to talk about, bring it up. Are you in the big box, Angel? Hold on. Go for it.
So crepuscular rays prove the local sun because it's the opposite to what's expected for a sun that's 93 million miles away. These rays are not parallel. And you can't claim that this is perspective because that's all real all of a sudden to, explain this away. Because these rays are not converging to your eyes. I took this photo personally. These rays are going down towards the ground, right? Also, another thing, you guys want to cry about refraction all the time and light bending through one medium, which violates Snell's law, the law of refraction. Show me one of these rays that is bent. Do these look bent to you through a density gradient? No. Thank you. Welcome to Flat Earth.
Okay, can I respond to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So all of those rays that you see, all of the shadows in between those rays are coming towards you because the sun is at an angle to you that's incident to the clouds in between you in some direction. So those light rays are coming towards you. The only way that those light rays would be going straight down towards the ground is if the object that's making the shadows was at the zenith of the object that's casting the shadow. So unless you're saying that the sun is directly over those clouds at the cloud's zenith, then at the GP, the ground position of those clouds, and the sun in line, those rays are not being cast straight down. It's simple geometry. I know it's difficult for flat earthers, but the geometry of that is if there's an angle between you and the object casting the shadows that you see, which is what crepuscular rays are, is shadows cast in between light. They're coming towards you at some angle.
Wow.
Period.
Can I have the big box again, please?
Period.
This guy just said the rays were coming towards me when I literally said the rays are going down into the ground. Can you show me where these rays are converging to my eyes? Are they converging to my eyes?
They're coming towards you.
They're going down. They're going down.
No.
They're going down.
So they're coming towards you.
They're literally behind the
Angel.
horizon. They're literally behind the horizon. You're cooked.
Yeah, but the sun and those clouds are farther away than where they're hitting the ground. They're coming towards you at some angle, unless the sun is directly over the thing that's casting those shadows.
Now it's some angle.
Okay, Angel. Here's
I
the
said
follow up
it's some
question.
angle. It's always been some angle.
Here's the follow up question, Angel. Can you demonstrate it?
Yeah, a church window.
Okay, those would be the rays coming towards you. Now, if you look at my screen and what Angel has on screen, dude, chill, bro. Just relax. Okay, the rays are not coming toward the observer. On my screen and Angel's screen, the rays are coming down towards the earth. So if you had parallel vertical railroad tracks, they would not converge upward in the distance towards the central point. They would all be parallel going upward towards the sky. This is what we see in NASA videos when sunset. It's not a local light illumination. It eclipses the entire horizon because on the globe religion, the sun is bigger than the earth. I don't know if you knew that. But
in the flat earth religion, you have to deny how perspective actually works. You don't need to stand at the train tracks to see the train tracks converging. You could stand on a mountain, look down at train tracks
We're not looking
that are coming
down
towards
at the
you
sun.
at some angle. No.
Down at the sun.
You're looking down at rays there.
No,
so the rays
we're not.
are
You
hitting
literally just made up
water
numbers.
at okay.
Those rays are above
the
your
rays
head.
are hitting the water.
You're just lying.
The rays are hitting the water at some distance
Yeah, they're
away.
above your head.
The rays are hitting the water at some distance.
The sun is above
The
your
rays
head.
are not
it's
above
2
your
on
head.
1. Let him talk.
Yeah, the sun is above your head, but those rays are coming from a cloud that's casting the shadow of them, and hang on one second. And
okay, but
those rays are hitting the water at some angle towards you.
I've got a question for you. You just said if we stand at train tracks, they're going to converge. I agree because they're coming towards you. Okay, now let's line up some train tracks vertically in front of us and stand a mile away. Are they going to converge, buddy?
If they're at 2 degrees of an angle away from you, at some point they would, yes. Unless they were perfectly straight up and down, they wouldn't. And again, because of geometry, hang on a sec, can I finish? Because of geometry, okay, what math to calculate that those rays are straight up and down? So you're telling me that the sun is sitting on top of those clouds at 90 degrees to the point where those rays are intersecting the surface? Is that your claim?
No, I'm saying the sun, you claim they're going to be parallel. I'm showing you crepuscular rays, which is the opposite to parallel, buddy. So back to my original
Angel,
question.
my question
If
to you.
if I have,
No, my
okay,
question.
thank you for interrupting. Thank you, Lenny, just 1 second.
Okay.
Lenny, 1 second. If I have train tracks,
Lenny,
vertical
Did you say
in
Lenny?
front of you on a wall,
did he
perfectly
say?
vertical, are they going to converge? Yes or no? They're not going to converge, buddy. when you have vertical train tracks in front of you, they're not going to converge.
I already said that. Why are you asking a question I already answered already? I already said if they're directly vertical, they won't. So hang on a second. I asked, you answered, you asked the question, I answered the question. My question to you is what evidence you have that those rays are not coming slightly towards you?
Look, they're going down behind the horizon. Can you can literally see it, dude.
Know it?
How do these work?
Putting your hand at the screen.
How do these work on a globe again? They're coming down towards the ground, and you agree.
Again, the geometry of.
I'm talking about just a second, Lenny. So vertical. If we had train tracks going up this way,
what is?
Right?
Hang on a sec.
Would they converge?
Yes,
would they converge?
Can I clarify something? What's a Lenny?
That's your name when I'm talking to Globers. It's the name I use. You don't like it? Wait, was that your actual name?
What does that mean?
Bobby.
Did I get it right?
Bobby, will you change it to Bobby, or I'll let you call us Lenny?
All right.
So Bobby.
Vertical train tracks will not converge, bud.
Sure thing.
Okay. So these are converging.
Did I say they would?
The light.
Did I say they would?
Because the light is more local.
Are they vertical and
converging through the clouds?
What evidence do you have that they're not coming towards you at some angle? Where is the cloud located, and what's the cloud's location angularly to that sun?
All right,
no, I want you to answer my question. What's the angle to the sun relative to the clouds?
We see the
okay, so then you can't claim they're vertical. So here's the thing. You didn't measure the angle of the cloud to the sun. So what's casting the shadow? If the sun